Hey, Devin, congrats on this. Just what are the emotions right now, finally getting your first playoff series win and doing something this team hadn't done in a long time?
Hold on, Cam. We got to turn this up a little bit. I can't really hear you.
No problem, buddy.
All right, go ahead.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Devin. I know this has been a long time coming. Can you put into words what the emotions are? You've been through a lot here in this city. This city's been through a lot in 11 years. Just to finally get this first playoff series win, what does it mean to you? What are the emotions?
It means a lot. Like you said, it's been a long time coming. A lot of work, a lot of sacrifices went into this, a lot of losses. But it's only one series, and we still have a lot of work to do. And this team over here, these guys are battle tested, and they've been farther than the first round. Jay Crowder was in the finals last year, so we're not going to celebrate our first series like we won a championship. We know we have a tough opponent in Denver coming up soon. I think the game's Monday, but we're going to take tonight, take the plane ride home, celebrate, and get on to Denver.
Next is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, and then Gina Mizell.
Yeah, Devin, congrats. I see you rocking that white on white. That looks pretty good. Wanted to ask just about how you look at this game. At what point were you like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. I can't miss right now.
I was just locked in, Dwayne, to be completely honest, from when I woke up, I had a tough time taking my pregame nap, all out of excitement. I knew we treated this game like a game 7. We knew we had to come in and, we were stressing since we won the last game that, we wanted to end it here on their home court.
Next is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, and then Mark Spears.
Hey, Book, I saw when you were walking off the floor into the tunnel, you kind of looked up, you sort of put your hands together. I'm just curious what you were thinking in that moment.
Honestly, I was thinking about Cole in the conversations that we had, kind of about, what we just went through, the postseason, and being legendary and taking the steps to get there. So seeing that 8 and that 24 up there, with the way that the lighting that Staples has right here, it feels like, it's shining down on you. And I know he was here tonight. I know he was in the building. I know he was proud.
Next up is Mark Spears, followed by Kellen Olson.
Hey, Book, congratulations, man.
Thanks, Mark.
Tell me about just words of wisdom your dad has given you. Sound like he knew the moment that was coming your way.
There's so much. My dad has, helped me through a lot, especially in my basketball career from a very young age. And, we've sacrificed a lot of hours and a lot of time to this sport. So I know he wanted this. Probably the only person that wanted it more than me was him. And, just having a short memory, some of the best advice he left me with or leaves me with, and just going out there and compete. I've been in gyms with him. I've played on his team. I've played against him. And, he always competed at the highest level. And I think that rubbed off on me a little bit.
Next is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, and then David Brandt.
Hey, Book, congratulations. When you look through this year, you guys talk about this being a work team and how resilient you guys have been, having a united goal in mind. When the Lakers were making a run, how easy was it for you to kind of link up with everyone and regain focus quickly to close it out here like you wanted to?
We've been tested. This group has been tested this year. Chris has always preached to us during the year. These little moments during the regular season might not seem much, but they can lose you a game in the playoffs. So, just hearing that in the back of our head throughout the whole game and hearing them repeat it today, you just have an understanding that every possession matters. We knew they weren't going to give up. Even going into halftime up 20, we knew the game wasn't over. We knew they were going to, go out swinging. So we just want to stay on it, stay at them. They hit shots. I think they cut it to 10 or 11. But we stuck together, made the right plays, and everybody hit big shots.
Next is David Brandt with the Associated Press, and then Anthony Slater.
Hey, Devin, congratulations on the win. I know that, pretty much every NBA player thinks that when the chips are on the table in the biggest game of their professional career, they go out and score 47 points. But to actually go out and do it and play one of your best games, what's that feel like? How's that kind of help you? I don't know if vindication is the right word, but just kind of validate everything you worked for to come out and play your best in such a big game.
I'm not in the business to, validate what, other person thinks of me, or what everybody else thinks of me. This game doesn't define me. I have a family. I have very close friends that I speak with every day. And to me, my relationship with them is more important than what anybody can say about me. So, I have a tunnel vision at goals that I want to reach. And, if I sit back and worry about validation from Billy Bob or whoever it is, that's taken away from my goal. And that's taken away, focus from, the real goal that's at hand for me and my family.
Next is Anthony Slater with The Athletic, followed by Nick King.
Yeah, Jay Crowder was mentioning earlier how he was impressed this season with the way you study the game. And then Monty was just talking about kind of the in-series adjustments you guys made. I was curious, when in your career did that part of the game, really, studying it, become a big thing for you? And then what do you think about your first, playoff series and how that part of the game is even increased when you're in this type of matchup?
Yeah. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of the game for a really long time. I've always paid attention. I've always watched games all the way through, and not just the ones that are televised. I'm on League Pass faithfully, so I've dedicated my life to this game, and wouldn't want it any other way. But it did enhance. It enhanced during the playoffs. You hear about the playoffs through my first 5 years. People are like, it's all about adjustments. Every game has its own personality. Something's working one game, they're going to take that away the next. So just hearing that and being a student of the game and watching the playoffs in the past and having a really good understanding for that. Teams aren't going to let you do what you did last game. It's simple as that. So you have to find ways to improvise. You have to find little nicks and knacks to, find ways to get it done. And, we did that game to game. We had to make adjustments all the way throughout. So, I think my first playoff series was a great attest to that, of making adjustments and, every game just being totally different.
Next is Nick King with Channel 3, Channel 5, and then Greg Moore.
Devin, you were talking after last game about having fun with the fact that every next game is the most important game in the playoffs. There at the end, you get that dunk in the final minute and just the reaction, and then talking to Monty and hugging DA there. Felt like you were really soaking in the moment, but I don't know. How fun was that for you right at the end there?
It was really fun. I don't think it was too crazy of a play. There's still 40 seconds left, and that might have offended some of the other people, but we're playing all the way to the end. But yeah, these guys here, like you said, having a conversation with Monty, having a conversation with DeAndre, and seeing the leap that he made, during this series. Nobody's harder on DA than I am, and it's been like that for a few years. So I know he has a lot of different voices in his ear between me, Coach, and Chris. I know he's hearing a lot, but I just told him I was so proud of him, for seeing the leap. And we still have a lot of work to do. We didn't come into the season to say, we want to win one series and be done. So, we have a lot of work to do.
Next is Greg Moore with the Arizona Republic, and then Paul Richardson.
Thank you. Book, good to see you, man. Congratulations. Seriously, congratulations. I know what you've been through, dude. I have two. The first, what gets into you in the first quarter lately, man? What's up with these last two first quarters?
Just trying to get it done. Just trying to come out swinging, ready to go. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just want to win the game.
And now that you've had an opportunity to go through it a little bit, how is playoff basketball, particularly a closeout game, how is it different from what you imagined?
I don't know about how different, but, you can hear about something for so long, and then, till you actually get out there and experience yourself, is the only time you actually get to feel it. Obviously very chippy, a lot of words being said. Some words cross the line, but they say that's the playoffs. So, you just have to come in with the next game mentality. Even after we won by 30 or 40 last game, that's only one win. No matter how much you win by, it's only one win. So, just keeping it in the back of your head that, every game has its own personality. People have came back from 3-1. People have came back from 3-0. So, you just have to be locked all the way into the end.
Final two questions are going to be Paul Richardson with the Sports Cave and Cameron Cox.
Book, first, congratulations. And then I'm going to harken back to something you said about Kobe and the Be Legendary. Cam said in the other room that all your shots weren't just catch and shoots. They were tough shots. But I remember Kobe one time saying there's no such thing as a tough shot if you put in the work, and those are shots that you make all the time. Those are shots that seem like you just made all the time in rhythm. Can you just talk about that? What seemed difficult for some seemed like they just came natural to you.
I'll just say imagination. Imagination is key. Obviously, you can't work in the summertime and recreate, what you're going to feel in the playoffs. So I think mentally, you just have to put yourself in those situations. Put yourself in the last shot situation. Put yourself in a situation where people are going to be physical for you, and you're not going to get your first shot. So just keep an imagination like you're a kid, have fun with it, and just always be locked in. So when that moment comes, you're ready for it.
Final question is Catherine Fitzgerald with the Arizona Republic.
Hey, Buck, I'm sorry if you got asked about this already, but with Jay getting started so fast for you guys and you as well, just what did that quick start do to you guys for the rest of the game, and Jay in particular?
I think, having a great start is always important. You don't want to be the team fighting uphill the whole entire game. So I think, in our first 3 games, we didn't have as good of starts as we wanted. But it's coming out. I think we communicated through the team, we can't be timid. That's not how we got to where we're at, a number 2 seed in the NBA. We just have to let it fly, trust our work that we've put in. And this group works top to bottom. I see it every day. So I think when coach said that to us, I think it was before game 4, stop being timid, let the ball fly, trust what we've been working on, and, it worked out well for us.
Appreciate the time, Buck.
Appreciate y'all.